Yes, indeed. Oh, hello, everybody. Wow, that's live and large. All right, gosh, happy Friday. Fridays are it's my favorite day of the week for so many reasons. Right now, I would have to say it's today. This is our Mardi Gras makeup, and we are doing the best we can for the Jazz Fest that isn't by providing you with live music. And you can help us keep this going by texting FUNK to 36413. That's one way you can donate. Or you can go on to our website at thefunkyuncle.live. There's a donate button. There's a become a sponsor. There is a bid on the Frenchie painting. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But I do want to say, Stu, I'm so happy to be here with you today. Soul Stu's been hanging doing this since the very beginning. And today we moved from the Funky Uncle Lounge to Galatoires. 1905 they've been doing this. They've been putting weight on people for that long. Not only do they feed people, but they have this amazing foundation that has adopted Grace at the Green Light. And Grace at the Green Light is an incredible organization that is near and dear to our hearts here at the Funky Uncle. Check them both out. So I mentioned these paintings from Frenchie. William, stay right there. This one is still available. Frenchie paints a live event painting each and every Friday. And when I look at this, I know what song Kurt Joseph was playing when right there. I mean, yeah, I called you out, Kurt, didn't I? All right. You can still get 3 of our paintings that are live paintings are still available, and you can get prints on every one of those. So I want you to go and check that out on the website as well. Support us like our sponsors did. We've got the Edwards Mortgage Group. We've got NOLA Title Group. We've got Mason Collective. We have ARC Insurance Consultants. They take care of all that mortgage, sales, insurance, all that stuff, all your needs. Not only do they take care of you, but they take care of Fridays from the Funky Uncle. So I think we are set up for success. Don't you, darling?
I sure do, Leslie. It's been a great day so far, and it's about to get so much better. This legendary brass band right here has been all over the world. They took it from the streets of New Orleans to every continent you can imagine. Of course, bringing that New Orleans flavor wherever they go. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome here to the Funky Uncle Lounge here at Galatoires none other than the Dirty Dozen Brass Band. Y'all don't forget to wash your hands and stomp your feet.
Wash your hands. Stomp your feet. How y'all doing out there? Live at home. Dirty Dozen Brass Band. Wash your hands. Stomp your feet. Wash your hands. Stomp your feet. Wash your hands. Stomp your feet. Come on. Hey, stomp your feet. Right about now. Ha. Right about now. Ha. Like this. Put 'em up like this. Like this. Here we go. Do it. Fluid. Talking about do it. Talking about fluid. Talk about do it. Talk about fluid. Talk that sound all right to you? I'm just gonna ask you. Does it sound all right out there? Talk to me when I talk to you. I say, does it sound all right out there? Like I'm talking to myself. For fast Domino. Here we go. Here we go. I'm walking. Yes, indeed. I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. I'm lonely as I can be. I'm waiting for your company. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Say, what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You're gonna run away and hide. I'm gonna be right by your side, but you pretty baby said I need one die. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Said I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Said I'm lonely as I can be. I'm waiting for your company. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Say what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna run away and hide. I'm gonna be right by your side. But you pretty baby said I need one die. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Go, go, go. Said I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Said I'm lonely as I can be. I'm waiting for your company. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Say what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna run away and hide. I'm gonna be right by your side. Boy, pretty baby said I need one die. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Come back to me. Say to come on back. Come back to me. Say come on back. Don't go nowhere. Say to come on back. Don't go nowhere. Say stay right here. Say stay with me. Say stay with me. Say to stay with me. Break it, break it, break it, break it. All right. See, can I get some help here? Like this. Come on, put your hand up like this. Come on, help me. Help me. Wanna give me? Need some help. Need some help. Need some help. Young lady in a green dress. In a green dress. Don't run, I want you. In a red dress. Pink. I want gonna do the CR boogie.
All right, y'all. Give it up for the Dirty Dozen Brass Band blowing the roof off Galatoires, or as we're calling it tonight, the Funky Uncle. Funky Uncle is a state of mind, y'all, and we can take that all over the world just like the Dirty Dozen did with that good old New Orleans brassy funk that they deliver so well. Been doing it for a long time. Great to see some familiar faces, some visitors from the Funky Uncle on stage with the Dozen tonight. Of course, we've been having a wonderful day. We've got all of our friends here dancing. Feels so good to be together. This is a kind of a makeup for what would have been our Crew of Tuck's Mardi Gras celebration, and this would also, of course, be our Jazz Fest celebration. Though things might be a little different, we're still together, we're still dancing, we're doing it distance, we're doing it safely. We're happy to be here, and we couldn't ask for a better band to be doing it with us. Of course, we're still doing this for a great cause. We're still raising money for our local musicians and gig workers. We've got a lot of ways that you can help us keep doing that, including these beautiful pieces of art painted by my dear brother, Mr. Frenchie, behind me. One of those can be yours if you want. Leslie can tell you some more about that.
Yes, I can. You know what? Don't let this party fool you here at Galatoires, because we are still trying to raise money, you know, and I want you to go to thefunkyuncle.live. There's 3 different ways there you can do. Not only can you text us as well, you can text FUNK to 36413. It's on the screen. You'll see it. But all these Frenchie paintings that we're showing, yes, on the website you can bid on the actual Frenchie. That is a live event painting each and every Friday night. But you can also get the Frenchie prints. That's right. What I need you to do is you go on that website, thefunkyuncle.live, and you can go to our Funky shop, because we've got shirts and hats and T-shirts and masks and sweatshirts, all the merch that I know you want. And yes, it was supposed to be Mardi Gras, and now it was supposed to be Jazz Fest. But you know, I did stop by the Gentilly Gate today. I stuck my foot in the gate and said, hey, I was on the grounds. I was on the fairgrounds today, because I can't think of anything better than being here with the Dirty. If I can't be at Jazz Fest, being here with the Dirty Dozen makes up for it a whole lot. So please consider supporting us. Go to that website. Our sponsors are doing a great job of helping us keep afloat. You are doing a great job of helping us keep afloat, and we really, really appreciate it. Stu, I don't know about you, but I got more dancing to do. How about?
Absolutely, Leslie. We're ready to get them feet tapping one more time. We're going to be buck jumping all over this dance floor before you know it. I just want to give another big shout out to all of our friends here at the Crew of Tuck. So great to see everyone's smiling faces out here for helping us do this. Now we're going to let the Dirty Dozen do what they do best. In the meantime, y'all don't forget to wash them hands, stomp them feet.
Wash your hands.
Stop them
Stop
feet.
it. For the doctor, say I was in the right place, but I might have been the wrong time. Say I was in the right car, but I might have took a wrong turn. Say I was in the right arm, but it might have been a wrong vein. Say I was in a good place, but it wasn't what a good for. Say I was in the right place, but it might have been the wrong time. Say my head was in a bad place, but it wasn't what a good for. Say I've been running round to get up in my mind. Got to give myself a good talking to this time. A refract confusion is making itself clear. Said I'm wondering which way to go just to get on out of here. Say I was in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. Say my head was in a bad place, and it wasn't what it good for. Say I was in the right arm, but it must have been the wrong vein. Say my head was in a bad place, and it seemed so wrong, 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 wrong. is making itself clear. Said I wonder which way to go just to get on out of here. Say I was in the right place, but it must have been a wrong time. Say my head was in a bad place. Said it wasn't what a good bar. Say I was in the right car, but I must have took a wrong turn. Say I was in the right arm, must have been the wrong thing. Say my head was in a bad place. Said it wasn't what a good bar. Say I was in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. Say my head was in a bad place. What was a good bar? I was in the right car, but I said a right place, a wrong time. A right place, wrong time. A right place, wrong time. Right place, wrong time. gonna go to
Right out there.
we gonna go to the Mardi Gras.
Talk to me when I talk to you. I'm at home in my city.
Shake it,
Talk to
baby.
me when I talk to you. I say,
Shake it, baby.
y'all doing all right out there? Let somebody know you here. So on a day when it would have been just us, we gonna celebrate anyway. Because this is New Orleans, Louisiana. And we can party any day of the week. That's why we live here. Here we go. Yes, I'm going to New Orleans.
Why?
I want to go see the Mardi Gras.
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
Yes, I'm going to New Orleans.
What the hell for?
I want to go see the Mardi Gras.
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
When I get down there, I want to see the Zulu King.
Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
When I see that Zulu King
Where at?
down on Rampart and doing
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
when I see that Zulu King Rampart and doing
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
when I see that Zulu Queen.
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
When I see that Zulu Queen
Where at?
down on Rampart and doing
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
see that Zulu Queen Rampart and doing
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
See that whole parade.
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras. Yeah.
Say yes, I'm going to New Orleans.
Why?
I want to go see the Mardi Gras.
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
Yes, I'm going to New Orleans. See the Mardi Gras.
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
When I get down there,
We gonna get right.
I want to see the dirty doggy bag. y'all.
See the Mardi Gras. See the Mardi Gras.
Say we gon' jump, shout y'all. We gonna turn that party out. Jump with me here. Say we gon' jump, shout y'all. We gonna turn that party out. Say we gon' jump and shout. We gonna turn that. Here we go, here we go.
It's good.
Give it up for the Dirty Dozen Brass Band.
That's who we
From
are.
the streets of New Orleans to all over the world. These guys have been putting it down like this since at least as long as I've been alive. I know that. And of course, they're not slowing down anytime soon. Bringing that Mardi Gras and Jazz Fest spirit to Galatoires. And hey, with the Funky Uncle, we bring that Mardi Gras Jazz Fest spirit all year round. But it's so great to be here today. We had some great meals with our friends. Get to hear some great music. You know, we're sad we can't all be dancing to the Dirty Dozen at, the Gentilis stage or the Congo Square stage or, all those places we love seeing them at the fairgrounds. But hey, we're still together one way or another. The music prevails. It always does. We're going to keep making sure the music will prevail. That's what we do at the Funky Uncle. We couldn't do it without you. Everyone out there who's been tuning in to us, who's been sharing these grooves with us, who's joined the Funky Uncle family, our funky cousins and all that. And of course, we have so many people helping us do this. Our hard-working crew, our good friends over at the Crew of Tux, and the Fat Bankers Social Aid and Pleasure Club, all the great sponsors we've had, and my dear friend Frenchie, who's just been immortalizing every night at the Funky Uncle with these beautiful canvases. You like what you see here like we do? Well, guess what? They can be yours. This one right here is from Glenn David Andrews, and now that was a fun night. Talking about some Sixth Ward soul. The OG right there brought it, and Frenchie did that. So,
this one.
We've got another one over here with Kurt Joseph, this fine gentleman standing right before us. So, if you love this the way we do, then hey, they can be yours. Leslie will tell you some more about that.
That's right. You know what? You can go to the funkyuncle.live and you can click on bid on that Frenchie painting, and you can bid on all of these. But in the Funky Shop, we have these that are still the original print, the original paintings. Glenn David Andrews, Kirk Joseph on New Year's Eve, and I think the Irma Thomas is still for sale. I think.
What?
Yeah, I know. It blows my mind that it's still sitting there. Because if you've ever owned a Frenchie, you know what that's worth. You know absolutely. And if you didn't get that actual Frenchie, you know what? You can go to our funk shop and find the prints. You can buy a print afterwards. So,
put it on canvas.
You know what? We are here in Galatoires. I mean, you've got on a jacket and that lets you in the door.
I did not go to court today. This was strictly for Galatoires, all right? I know what you're thinking.
He didn't go to court. He did it for Galatoires, but and we want to thank them for being here and also helping out Grace from the Green Light. Then let's talk a very brief moment, because I need you to text FUNK to 36413. And when you look on that, 36413, text FUNK, F-U-N-K. And when you look there, you're going to see a one-time donation or a recurring donation. And when you do the recurring donation, that makes you a funky cousin. Stu came up with that. A funky cousin. Every uncle has a niece or nephew, so that makes us all cousins. If you do the recurring payment, you know what? If you do $100 a month, I'm going to give you one of the Frenchie prints from any of the shows that we've done. What you think about that? Yeah. That sounds like it's a steal to me. It absolutely does. So text FUNK to 36413. Please support us like our sponsors do. We've got the Edwards Mortgage Group. We've got the NOLA Title Group, Mason Collective, and ARC Insurance Consultants. They take care of all your home needs. If you need to, your mortgage, your sales, your closing, and your insurance. That's all in one package. But what's more important than what they do for you is what they do for the Funky Uncle, because they help us keep these musicians going. So please consider text FUNK to 36413.
And once again, Leslie mentioned our friends over at Grace at the Green Light. Just so y'all know, they work so hard to help New Orleans' homeless population.
Tell them what they do.
We have a very large homeless population in this city, but thanks to people at Grace at the Green Light, they're trying to help those people out and, give them a roof over their heads, give them a good meal in their belly, and, paying it forward, try to help each other. We're all in this together. That's what New Orleans is about. That's what music is about, bringing us all together to help each other, to help others.
Do you know they have given out 5 million bottles of water to our homeless in the last year.
Amen.
In the last year. And you know what? I forgot to mention something in the last year. 55 weeks. We have raised, are y'all ready? Where's my drummer? I need a drum roll for this. Guess what we have raised? $331,956.36. Bam! Absolutely. Thank you so much. We've helped over 475 musicians and gig workers.
475 musicians and gig workers. Couldn't have done it without y'all, our viewers who are keeping this alive. And of course, we're here so we can keep bringing these musicians to you wherever you may be. So thanks to everyone who's been on this journey with us. We're going to let these fine musicians get back to it. I think they're getting ready. I think they got something queued up for us. We know it's going to be a funky one. We'll let the Dirty Dozen take it away. Y'all start bunk jumping wherever you are. Bunk jump through your living room. I don't care. And don't forget to wash your hands and stomp your feet. Kevin Harris, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all thought that was a nice one? TJ gonna do something with you. I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. I like it. Woo. Come on, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it.
Everybody, how y'all doing out there? No, that's not gonna do. We home in New Orleans. Y'all can be louder than that. I say, how y'all doing out there?
Make some
That's what I'm
noise.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now I need everybody, and I mean everybody, to put your hands together. Like this. I say, put your hands together. Like this. Put your hands together. Yeah.
Like this.
I say, put it. Yeah. Come on,
Like it.
here we go now. I say, me and the squeeze. I got a thing going on. Hey, but don't tell it.
Don't tell it, y'all.
Yeah, me and the squeeze. I got a thing going on. Hey, but don't tell it.
Don't tell it, baby.
Me and the squeeze. I got a thing going on. Hey, but don't tell it. No, 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 no.
Don't tell it, y'all.
Me and the squeeze. I got a thing going on. Don't tell it. No, no. Don't tell it. Yeah, it's for me. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah. I play the hits for me. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah. Everybody keep those hands together. Yeah, I say keep your hands together. Yeah, yeah. I say keep your hands together. Second verse. I say me and the squeeze. Got a thing going on. Much more than you know. I say me and the squeeze. Got a thing going on. Much more than you know. No, I'm me and the squeeze. I got a thing going on. Much more than you know. Me and the squeeze. I got a thing going on. Much more than you know. We gon' stay right here. In this groove. We gon' stay right here. And we ain't gonna move. We gon' stay right here. I say in this groove. We gon' stay right here. And we ain't pull the hell out of here. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Now I need everybody out here. Everybody at home. Everybody sitting down on your couch. I need you to get up. I need you to get up, and we're moving 2 steps to your left. Yeah, we're moving 2 steps to your right. Y'all got that? I said y'all got. Need everybody in here to talk to me. I said y'all got that? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I said we're moving 2 steps to your left and 2 steps to your right. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Okay, to the left, to the left. Say 1, 2, 3. Hey, to your left. Everybody, to your right. To your left, to your right. Everybody to your left, to your right. To your left. What we gonna do? We gonna stay right here. In this groove. We gonna stay right here.
y'all. Give it up for the world famous Dirty Dozen Brass Band. Nobody does it better, y'all. We are so honored that they came here, blessed us with these songs here at Galatoires. We've had such a wonderful evening, day here, bringing the Funky Uncle to a new location. And you know, the Funky Uncle Lounge is, by definition, it's a Mardi Gras float that travels down the route, you know, bringing joy to all the people. So it kind of makes sense that we were able to move it to a new location to celebrate what would be First Friday at Jazz Fest. But it's been a great day so far. I want to thank everyone who's tuned in. And if you maybe tuned in a little late, or maybe you had so much fun you want to go back and relive it, you can go to thefunkyuncle.live, watch it again. You can go to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have so much amazing content on our YouTube channel. You can watch this show and many more. So, anyways, thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Leslie's going to help tell you how you can join the Funky Uncle family.
All right. So if you missed part of today's show, you can watch the full stream on thefunkyuncle.live. That's our website, thefunkyuncle.live. And in just a minute, crawl yourself back over there. Kevin, come on, crawl yourself back over there. Because while you have gone to thefunkyuncle.live and clicked on that donate button, or you have texted funk to 36413, we're going to get set up for an interview because Soul Stew right here is fixing to interview these guys. When you get back up there, guys, we're going to ask y'all to please get back up there, and we're going to do this quick interview. Stu is going to do an interview with you. Y'all do not want to miss this. So remember our sponsors. Our sponsors are Edwards Mortgage Group, NOLA Title Group, ARC Insurance Group, and the Mason Collective. They got you covered, baby. And they've got the Funky Uncle covered. So we're going to ask these guys to get back up there. Soul Stew is going to stand right here, and he is going to do an interview with the legendary, the extraordinary, and the extraordinary Dirty Dozen Brass Band. So, guys, are y'all ready for your interview? Yep. Stu, I know you're ready. Don't forget to hit us up on our website, our social media, Instagram, Facebook, all those good things, because that's what we're here for. Don't forget, wash your hands and stomp your feet. Stu, are you ready?
That was my line.
I snuck up on you, all right?
You do that.
All right, here we go.
That's really my line. Wash your hands.
Kevin Harris's
Stomp
line
your
now.
feet.
All right, y'all. Well, this is one of my favorite parts where we actually get to sit here and have a chat with the musicians, especially with a band like the Dirty Dozen. They've got, over 30 years of history. They innovated this stuff. I said over. 42?
4.
Over 40. Math has never been my strong suit, y'all. Anyways,
Mine
over 40
neither.
years. Literally, these men paved the way for every brass band that you hear in New Orleans these days. The Dirty Dozen is the one who paved the way for them. They're the ones who took this sound, modernized it, threw that funk in there, and took it all over the world. There's not a brass band in New Orleans who doesn't owe what they have to the Dirty Dozen, and that's for damn sure. So anyways, we're going to have a little chat with them. I'm going to let Mr. Gregory Davis on the trumpet introduce the band, all these fine players we've been hearing this evening.
All right. So as my man was trying to get it together, the band started in 1977, so we're over 40 years. And we're not
Once upon a time.
We're not one of the legendary. We are the legendary. All right. So starting over there all the way to my right, over there all dressed in blue, even with a blue hat on the baritone saxophone, that's Mr. Roger Lewis.
Yeah, Roger!
Next to Roger Lewis on the tenor saxophone, that's Mr. Kevin Harris.
Yeah, Kevin!
In the back, on the sousaphone, on the bass, on the bottom, the one and only Kurt Matthew Joseph.
Yeah, Kurt!
In the back, on the drums, all the way from Dayton, Ohio, Mr. Julian Addison.
Ohio.
In the back, on the guitar, all the way from Nippon, Tokyo, Mr. Takeshi Shimura.
Domo arigato gozaimashita.
over here on the trombone from the East Coast.
Jaguars.
What? From the East Coast.
Jaguars.
From Jacksonville.
What's a Jaguar?
He's a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, but we're working on him. And Mr. TJ Norris.
Jaguar.
And my name is Gregory Davis, born and bred right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. And again, one more time, going since 1977, so we're actually in year number, I think it's 44, the Dirty Dozen Brass Band.
44 years. Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth right there. Now, Greg, tell me, how did Dozen first get together back there in 1977 in the 6th Ward of New Orleans?
Well, back then, we were really just looking to start some rehearsals to get something together, because that was during the disco era, and, you know, they weren't hiring wind instruments, and then we just wanted to get together, learn some music, and before we knew it, people were hiring us to play some gigs.
Nice. And so y'all were some of the first bands, too, to take the trad sound and then throw the funk, the soul, and the new music in there and kind of switch it up, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, the idea was really just to learn some music, and everybody who was coming to the rehearsal was free to bring whatever they wanted to bring. Some of it ended up being some modern jazz, some of it being was some New Orleans jazz, some of it was some R&B from the 50s, from the 60s, from the 70s. So whatever anybody wanted to bring to the rehearsals, that's what we rehearsed. Then when we got a gig, that's what we played. Right. And we found that those who were hiring us wanted to hear this so-called new music, and we had a choice to make. Play what the old guard was telling us that we should play, or play what the people who were hiring us and paying us wanted to hear. We chose to get paid.
There you go. Now, speaking of rhythm and blues, Mr. Roger Lowe is over here on the baritone. You play with many an R&B artist. I believe one of them went by the name Antoine Fats Domino, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I joined Fats Domino Band in 1971.
71.
Matter of fact, that was my first international experience playing music with Fats Domino. The first gig I played, out of town, international gig was Toronto, Canada. And then later on, you know, everywhere else, all over Europe. Not only with Fats, but with Dirty Dozen too, also.
Nice. So, Roger, I remember years ago, you told me a story. You were on tour with Fats, and you and Smokey Johnson were on an airplane, and Smokey looked over
that?
you, yeah, and he said, Roger, the rhythm's off on the engine.
Yeah,
what
happened, you know, he used to have those jets with the engines on each side of the wing, the post.
The propellers.
The turbine or something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, one of the engines was going, and the other engine was going, I say, hey, Smokey, man, check out them rhythms, man. I said, one engine is going, and the other engine is going, boy, Smokey eyes got big as two saucers. The stewardess was trying to be cool, and what happened, we landed with one engine, and broke the landing gear. We had to change planes. That's a true story.
So I have a question. So does that when It Ain't My Fault came about?
I think, no, that was before It Ain't My Fault. That was way before It Ain't My Fault.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Ain't My Fault came out in
it was the pilot's
in the
fault.
60s. I don't know whose fault it was, but it wasn't my fault.
Now, Kirk, I remember you telling me one time that the early days of the Dozen, y'all were on the second line, and y'all looked over each other, and you said literally the entire block was shaking.
Yeah, it was actually on the corner of Basin and Villeray. Yeah, we were second line with one of the clubs on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And there was so many people bug jumping, as you would say, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought I was tripping. I'm like, hold on, this. I know we're not. Probably that too, but you know when you feel the ground underneath your feet shaking, you have to like bring question to yourself. So I wasn't trusting in myself to answer myself.
Right.
So I asked the other guys. I'm like, yo, bro, do y'all feel the surface of this? Yeah, it actually was Benny Jones. I said, Benny.
Yeah.
I said, Ben, you feel the ground? He said, yeah. He said, used to be a canal here. And so I guess it was hollow ground, and we turned the surface, and there it was.
And I mean, you had spent your whole life second line and hadn't never felt the street shake like that.
No, never. Yeah, that's the truth. That was my first encounter with something like that in New Orleans.
Is that when we pulled out with the Flintstones?
No.
Not that
Just
one?
before the Flintstones, yeah.
So, Kevin, do you remember the first time you got together and played with these guys? What it was like the first time y'all jammed? Way
Yeah.
back in 77?
You know what I remember? Freeman's Oh Yeah Lounge. Playing with the girls.
Say, man.
I can't say what
Dirty old man, dirty
the
old
bell
man.
of my horn, what it had in it, but you know, she has two of them. I had one, Roger had the other.
Oh,
Yeah, Roger had
too
the
much
other.
information.
Hey,
You know,
that'll keep you coming in.
look, I'm a dirty old man, and I'm going to stand for it. I'm going to jump out there and let you know
You're
right
also,
quick.
you're a slender old man too, Kevin. You lost some weight, my friend. You
I
look,
lost about 45 pounds.
you look good.
I don't like it. I want my fat back. My collard greens.
Still sounding fantastic. All right, well now y'all are the elder statesmen of the New Orleans brass culture, have been for many years. Like we said, every brass band that's playing right now owes it to y'all. Now what's it like with these great young players that you've integrated? Now the Dirty Dozen, y'all are like the New York Yankees or the Green Bay Packers. Y'all are an institution.
We the New Orleans
beyond-
Saints.
We're New
man.
Orleans Saints.
The New Orleans Saints, obviously. But I'm saying,
no.
you know, the Saints weren't that good back in the day, if I recall. Well, y'all have always been fire.
That's okay.
Hey, who'd have the life? Not hating on our boys. Love them.
But
You're a dynasty. You're
but
a
the
dynasty.
new guys, you know, bring new life, you know, new energy to the band, you know. So
TJ Norris, one of
that's
the
why it's
baddest
good
trumpets.
to, you know, be able to, you know, add and keep going. You have to renew yourself and just, you know, keep rejuvenating. And that's what the new guys do.
Yeah, we've been lucky enough to have TJ come to the Funky Uncle and play with his band as well. And on bass, actually.
Yeah.
On trombone. Well, it's been so great having y'all here. And, you know, before we get out, there's a question we like to ask everyone. And, you know, it might sound kind of cliche. It could be hard to answer. But, I mean, to legends like yourselves who are such a piece of this city's culture and history and our rich musical legacy, what does New Orleans mean to y'all? What does New Orleans music mean to y'all? And what makes it different from any other kind of music? Because there's nothing like it.
Oh, it's life. I mean, it really is. It's life. It represents, you know, excitement. It represents energy. It represents food. It represents people. I mean, it's life. It's water. It's like a river. It just keeps running, you know. And we've had the pleasure of playing all over the world.
Everywhere.
But there's no place like home, as they say in The Wizard of Oz, and it's true. There's no place like home.
You know, where it's tested at is on the street, baby. Once you got the street down, you can play anywhere with anybody.
Take it to the streets and take it to the people.
We've been, Dizzy Gillespie jumped out and told us, you guys will never open up for me again. And we said, why, Diz? Because the people left after y'all played. So, you know, that's how it is.
Yeah, well, my thing is this: is continuing the legacy of the city of the musicians. That
Just
was
like
here.
your father did before you,
And
Kurt.
the ones
Frog
before
Joseph.
him, you know, just continues. It's a passion. It's a passion with all of us, I believe. You know.
Kurt's father, brother, you know.
Yeah. So you know that's part of the main thing with me. Is to keep the legacy. Well, I mean, not just the family, but just the musician family of the city.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, your Doc Paulines, your Marcelluses, your Nevilles, whoever you want to say, you know, Andrews now, you know what I'm saying? That's all part of our gumbo. And without those ingredients, New Orleans would not be what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I remember standing on the corner with you one time, Kirk, and Uncle Lionel walked by, and he saw you and you saw him, and both your faces just lit up from 2 blocks away.
But that's the beauty of it, you know.
Yeah.
That's
And I
the
want y'all
beauty.
to know that I do the best gumbo in the world.
I want to try some of that.
I'll let you know. Before we leave here, give me your number, because I'm going to do something soon.
Please do, man. Roger, would you like to weigh in on the New Orleans music one more time for a legend like yourself?
I think the music is very spiritual because most musicians come out to church, you know, in New Orleans. I think that's what's so special about about our music. Is very, very spiritual.
Absolutely.
My thing is, if the food is good, the music is great.
There you go. Once again, well, I couldn't have had anyone say it better. You just heard it from the mouth of the legend themselves, the ones who've paved the way for every musician doing it nowadays. Dozen is at the root of this. They took it from the trad guys. They took it to a whole new generation, and it's still going today. Can't imagine New Orleans music without them. I don't want to, and I'm glad I don't have to. It was such an honor to have them here at Galatoires, helping us out here at the Funky Uncle. We are so honored to be in their presence, as we always are. There's nothing like Buck jumping down at a Dirty Dozen show, y'all. Let me tell you that. Thank y'all once again from the
Thank
bottom
you,
of my
Stu.
heart. It was an honor. Can't wait to do it again. Can't wait to see you out in the streets and the clubs and the festivals and all that when it comes back. In the meantime, we want to thank everyone who's tuned in, everyone who's donated, everyone who's been on this journey with us here at the Funky Uncle. And y'all know how it is. Soul Stew signing off and telling you, don't forget to wash your hands and stomp your feet. Who that, baby? Thank you, Chris.
Wash your hands. Stomp your feet.
Yeah, you're right.
Ha ha.
Sure, we put on a lot of really great concerts here, live from the Funky Uncle on Friday nights. But what's it really all about?
Love, appreciation, you know, just trying to give back.
Being able to actually come in here and see a great band and get to interview them, that just did so much for my soul. But honestly, just the way we've been able to help people too. Not only to book a band and say, hey, we've got a paid gig for you during COVID, but then also just to be able to call up someone I love like Johnny Vodakovich, who's brought me so much joy, and say, listen, man, I know it's a tough time, but guess what? I got a check for you tomorrow. I'm bringing it by your house. You don't even have to come outside. I'll put it under the door.
And I really can't, I don't even know how to say a big enough thank you.
Oh man, you just keep being you, brother. That's all. That's all we ask. I mean, this whole thing that we're going through, it's just a different break in the rhythm, right? You know?
Tick tock, tick tock.
One long pause.
You know, and you got to give unconditionally without ever expecting anything in return. Otherwise, you don't learn.
And they say, well, here's the such and such, you know, some money to help you out, you know, and I couldn't believe it. I said, whoa, all right, well, great. And so that's how I first found out about the Funky Uncle. Yeah, he gave me money on the spot, you know, which I thought was normal. You know, I never really got any assistance from nothing to the COVID. I don't know if I really applied for anything either. You know, so he gave me like $400 on the spot, and I said, wow, well, thank you, Chris. And it's a great thing that they're doing that, because I'm quite sure there's a lot of musicians up in need for a lot of things right now. And but it helped me immensely. It helped me at a time when I really needed help.
We don't just do our art just for us. We do our art, you know, just for you. We do our art for us as well. And this is therapeutic for us. So the fact that we have not been able to get together and jam out and do what we love to do the last 2 months, a month and a half.
I mean, we were playing
the day before
3 or 4 nights a week. You know, so we were seeing each other
like
every day.
I just like went through withdrawal, like cold turkey. I just put the last cigarette down and I have not picked it back up. So my nerves is bad and I'm super, super excited to hit this cigarette right now.
We come to see the music and we come to enjoy the music here, but it's so many